All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. The long-awaited time is finally here. 102 card order. Probably going to split this video up into two, 51 cards and 51. It kind of worked out good with the breakdown. I had mentioned this in the prediction video. I had 51 total Shaq and Kobe cards at the front of the order. So split that off into the first video. Part two will be the rest of the order. Go through it real quick. The second part of the order will have some Michael Jordan cards, kind of like some odds and ends here and there. Here's some of the paperwork with some of the grade predictions. It's just chicken scratch. Some Iverson, Trout, Nash, Bosch, Ken Griffey Jr., McGrady, Garnett, Paul Pierce, some Trevor Bauer, Sean Kemp, some Brett Favre. We're trying to squeeze these in here. Looks like some Troy Aikman on the list as well, with the grade predictions there. And I'll give the predictions as I go along. Nothing super high end. Well, it was high end back then. I'll work some charts into this so you can see. You'll see a lot of the Shaq, kind of get the methodology of what I was thinking and what a lot of people were thinking back in 2021 when they were submitting. This was prior to the market peak. For those of you who are kind of newer to the hobby and grading and things like that, things were crazy back then. I'll show you with the charts. So you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, that Shaq rookie was really at 1,700? Yes, for a 10. For a 9, it was 300. For an 8, it was 100. Not the case anymore. Arrived at PSA on January 29th, 2021. It took them 2 months to enter it into the system. Back then, they were so slammed, they actually had to hire people to just do that part of it. I didn't check in terms of when it went into research and ID and then into grading status, because I knew the wait would be long. I was just like, F it. They have it. They'll get to it when they get to it. Assembly on March 14th. QA1 on the 15th. QA2 on the 17th. The grades popped. They sent me the email on the 18th. Got the shipping email on the 19th. And then I got it back on the 22nd. They actually shipped it out on Monday. I got it Tuesday. It's the 22nd, Tuesday night when I'm recording this right now. If anything out of this comes out way higher than I thought it was, we got the Peeps. Come on, they're chocolate covered. You can't go wrong there. Celebrate with some chocolate covered Peeps. Let's get this bad boy open and let's get to revealing. I hadn't had a large order from PSA, so I was wondering how they were going to do it. This is what they sent. So you've got, it's 2 rows deep on the bottom. So what would that be? Maybe they put about what, 20 in each? Yeah. Seems like that would be about what they do. All right, let's get these open. This was 12 pounds to ship back. I've got a 409 card order that barely just went into grading. So that one's not gonna be back for many months, but imagine how big the box is going to be when that comes back and how many of these are going to be in there. All right, so let's break these out and get them organized. And apologies in advance. This is all, like I said, like late 80s, early-ish to mid-90s, maybe a little 2000s in there. But if you wanted to see Bowl, Prism rookies, you don't get any of that. Sorry, guys and girls. I only went with what was in my collection at the time, and it was, all right, so go this way. So I only went with what was in my collection at the time, and it wasn't that. At the time, I didn't have any ultra-modern stuff in my collection. All right, I think we got everything organized here by the 2 parts of the video. So this will be the first part, like I said, the Shaq and the Kobe stuff. And this will be everything else, Jordans, Kemps, Bosches, Paytons, all that good stuff. In addition to the 2 parts, I'm going to do a highlights and a low light video. That'll probably be just a short video to kind of recap the good and the bad. The good being those cards that I thought would be 8s or 9s that came out as 10s, and then the bad being the inverse, of course. All right. Shout out to all of you, the peeps that I know you're going to be watching. Shout out to JC Dad. He just hit me up on YouTube. He's in the Wally World Discord. He was wishing me luck, saying he's about to get into grading and he's gonna have questions. So hit me up anytime. Shout out to Taylor. Extended version of the video will be for you. The shortened version will be for other cats out there that just like the wham bam, thank you ma'am. All right, let's get on with it. And I'm not going to slow roll any of these because there's no super high-end stuff. All right, with these Shaqs, I had 38 of the tops. I had in the range of about 8 to 10 10s. Everything else should be 9s and 8s. Like I said, 8s were $100 back then. I'm into each of these cards with grading fees and cost to acquire for about $30. So we need to see quite a bit of 10s here. All right, let's do it. 8, 9, 9. And remember, back then, these were $300 all day long, these 9s. 9. You can just imagine my bank account going up $300 at a time way back then. $40 now. 10. 9. A 7, baby. That's what we don't want to see. 9. So basically you need the 9s to break even at this point. On the 8s and the 7s, you're taking the L. 10. 9. 9. Yeah, this was 10. Initially, I had sent a bunch of, and I mentioned this in other videos. It was an 8. I had sent other ones to SGC prior to, maybe ones I thought were a little better, or as I was obtaining them, I went with SGC at the time. So with SGC, I was getting a lot of 9.5s out of there. Not a single 10. I submitted like another 24 or 5 to them. Not a single 10. Not a single 10. 8. So obviously my grading eye for these cards isn't that great. We are at 3 10s. Better pick up the pace or we're taking a fat L on this. 8. 10. 10. 9. You kind of feel bad for the grader if he's looking at 38 of the same card. And 8, you get tired of it eventually. 10. These got a little bit out of order here. Oh, hold up. Let me get these are the hoops ones. The hoops. Let me grab the tops. 8. 8. Hitting that 8. We need a couple more 10s here, hopefully. 8. 10. Come on, baby. We got 3 left. Give me one more 10 out of here. 9. 8. 9. Okay. So out of these, I was calling for about 8 to 10 10s. We got 1, 2, 3. No. I thought that was it. I was mistaken. There's actually some more Shaq tops underneath this pile here. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. This is it this time. 9. 9. 9. 8. Come on, baby. Give me 1. Ugh. All right. This is the last one for sure this time. Oh, yeah. Okay. We went out in style. All right. So I was predicting about 8 to 10 10s in there. We ended up getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in the ballpark. There were a lot more 8s, though, in there than I thought there would be. I can say that honestly. With these Shaq Hoops rookies, I had 3 10s and 3 9s in terms of my predictions. 10. Well, actually, I had 3 10s and 3 9.5s is what I had written down. So there's a 9. 9. 8. Ooh. 9. Okay, so we're taking the L on this one. Come on, give me a 10. Yeah. Okay, so at least we got 2 10s out of there. I can't recall what those Hoops rookies were in a 10 at their high. I'll have to look into that and see if I could work a chart in on that. All right, up next we have 2 2006 Kobe Bryant tops. I had 10s on both of these. There's a 10. And a 9. Come on, baby. 1 2005 tops Kobe. I had this one in the 9 to 9.5 range. Oh, hey, there we go. That might deserve a munching of a peep. All right, so we've got 4 Kobe Bryant rookies, 1996 tops. These are actually second tier ones I thought were in the 7 to 8 range. I had sent a bunch off to SGC. I think I sent maybe 5 or 6. Ended up getting 3 9.5s. That was back in 2020 when I sent those in, but yeah, I pulled 3 9.5s, didn't get any 10s. I have another 2 laying around somewhere. Those ones, I actually had a $2,000 offer on one of those, and I turned it down at the time when the market was at its peak. I'm like, oh, I could get just a little more. That $2,000 offer, should have took it. I think that card's maybe a $200-300 card. So these ones I thought were all kind of in the 7 to 8 range. Oh, a 9. Wow, that's a surprise. 9. Huh. 9. Shit, I'll take one more 9. 9. Wow. I guess I wasn't seeing those right. Yeah, that's a W right there. I thought they were all 7, 8 range myself. So I'm definitely happy with those. We're going to wrap it up here. That's part 1 of the video. I'm going to move on to part 2. Thanks for watching. Again, I just didn't want to make the video that long. I'd rather give you guys 2, maybe 10-minute videos instead of one lengthier version. But pretty decent. Underachieved a little bit on the hoops Shaq and the tops maybe in terms of kind of getting more 8s than I had thought, but overachieved on the tops Kobe rookie. So I think that made up for it. Thanks for watching, everyone. On to part 2.